A full or partial lifting of Russia's suspension in time for the closing ceremony of Pyeongchang 2018 has emerged as a possible option after the fulfilling of several conditions supposedly imposed on it by the International Olympic Committee, IOC. Olympic athletes from Russia, or curling bronze medalist Alexander Krushelnitschky's hearing at the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, has been cancelled today after he dropped his appeal following a positive drugs test for meldonium. Him and his partner and wife Anastasia Bryzgalova should now be disqualified from Pyeongchang 2018 and stripped of his bronze medal later today. It will be awarded instead to Kristen Skazlian and Magnus Nedergotten, the Norwegians they had beaten in the bronze medal playoff. A final verdict is likely to be announced by CAS before 5 p.m. today local time. The decision not to challenge his positive test marks a significant U-turn from Russian attempts earlier to challenge the result and blame it on a spiked sample. Russia have also reportedly electronically transferred a $15 million £11 million for €13 million fine today owed to the IOC as part of their sanction for the systemic manipulation of the anti-doping system at Sochi 2014. Both these developments have followed a meeting here between IOC President Thomas Bach and Igor Levitin, a Russian Olympic Committee (ROC) vice president and former transport minister who is a close aide of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The IOC Executive Board are due to decide on Saturday, February 24, whether a ROC suspension in operation since December will be lifted. This decision is supposed to be based on the recommendation of an implementation group, chaired by IOC Executive Board member Nicole Hurwitz of Aruba. Aruba's Nicole Hurwitz is head of the IOC Commission, which is supposed to recommend whether Russia should be reinstated in time for the closing ceremony of Pyeongchang 2018. Copyright Twitter. This suspension, which meant that Russians have competed neutrally here under the Olympic flag and the or team name, is meant to only be lifted if they are ruled to have acted within the spirit and letter of the IOC conditions, which included adherence to anti-doping rules. IOC spokesperson Mark Adams attempted to play down the significance of the meeting today, claiming it lasted for 4 minutes, and primarily consisted of Bach wishing Levitin congratulations for his 66th birthday. It was 4 minutes. He wished him happy birthday. Adams insisted. He met the Hungarians this morning. He meets 30 or 40 different people. It's common. It's normal. We meet all sort of people. They may have talked about something else in that 4 minutes, but I really don't know. Adams added that the IOC decision on December 5 allowed for the Executive Board to, partially or fully lift the suspension of the ROC from the commencement of the closing ceremony of the Olympic Winter Games Pyeongchang 2018 provided these decisions are fully respected and implemented by the ROC and by the invited athletes and officials. Maybe or maybe not, they will be able to carry the flag, because it is partial or complete or nothing, he added today in response to repeated questions on the issue. He and other IOC officials have not previously referred to the partial lifting in the ban, however, in their many other recent statements on the issue. Adams also refused to confirm whether the fine had been paid as he cannot give a running commentary. Russian athletes hope to be able to march under their own flag at the closing ceremony of Pyeongchang 2018. Copyright Getty Images. The IOC Athletes Commission Chair Angela Ruggiero reminded competitors about Rule 50 of the Olympic Charter when she was asked about possible boycotts by other athletes against Russian participation. Rule 50 attempts to prevent the Games from being used as a platform for protests, demonstrations or the promotion of political, religious or racial propaganda. There was no mention of this rule when athletes from North and South Korea participated together under the unification flag at the opening ceremony of Pyeongchang 2018. I would discourage a protest against Rule 50. You know, if you're not going to march, it's a political. Do you know, we're trying to depoliticize this, but athletes, tell us what you want. We are trying to be your voice within the IOC, Ruggiero said. More follows.